Welcome to the Round 8 review for Supercoach 2023. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. This week was quite good for us. 2,539, inter rank 6,560, and a round rank of 447. So our best week for the year, which is fantastic. There's been a few down weeks, few weeks where we've been swearing our head off, few weeks where we've been doing shots and disappointment, but at least this week is a step in the right direction. So 4-digit rank now, so still a fair way off. I think the leagues in Discord are doing really, really well. 17 of the top 20 now, and I'm bottom 5 in all the leagues, I think, so for Discord. So yeah, when the people around you are all doing much better, it is slightly demoralizing, but at the same time, I'm happy for those guys to do well that are part of our community. So yeah, join our Discord. I think lots of top players have joined our Discord, which is good. Lots of top 100 players at the moment. Link is in the description below. I honestly can't take credit for much. I started the Discord, had a podcast and a YouTube channel, and just, first one in to make a Discord, I think. So, very lucky to have a good community. So, join Discord if you like. So our trades last week, a little disappointing. We got rid of Midfield. I can't remember what he did. What did he do this week? He lost money. I can't spell. Just out of curiosity, I thought he played a fair bit wing. 71. Okay, so very happy to get rid of him. Setterfield for Steele. Got rid of Tyler Young and Fergus Green for Chincotta and Sam Simpson, who we brought in. So I think that's a tick. So the whole Simpson versus Teagle versus Angwin, I think that Simpson was the correct answer. I dare say that actually the correct answer was Dylan Williams at not 190k. He was a bit of a frustrating not being able to get him in because he was sub, but regardless, it is what it is. But yeah, Sam Simpson, poor second half, but I think with Geelong, they got close. I think Close is injured or suspended or something, I can't remember. And yeah, we're Stingway out. So his job security should be pretty good for the next month. And Geelong have a nice fixture. They got Richmond and whoever else they got after that. A few decent teams. So I'm glad we after 1 week, hopefully got that one right. Brought in Steele. The CBAs were 80%, but I did see him. He was on Ben Mackay for the last 5-10 minutes of the fourth quarter. Second quarter, had a long bench stint, then came on, played forward for the rest of the last 7 minutes. It's a bit of a frustrating one. It's one of those ones where, if you have to watch your player, then the pick is probably a bit dicey whether it's going to go good or not. And I do feel like I have to watch Steele, you kind of want to know if he does good or not. So Steele, I think he does feel like a weak link, but he had 30 touches last week, and I think this game against the Saints versus North, which was a terrible game as well. There were 240 marks in this game, which is crazy. It wouldn't surprise me if that was a season high. So there's low stoppages in the first half. I think even though LDU was doing poorly, all the mids Crouch, Steele, Ross, LDU, they were all scoring quite poorly. There was no stoppages. So I don't know what Steele averages this year. I'm hoping for 110. It's probably closer to 105, maybe even 100. I don't know, but fingers crossed he's okay. But his break evens is 75 now, so he's gone back up. And I think he plays North again, and I think he's got Richmond or West Coast twice or something like that for the rest of the year. Something like that. Can't remember exactly. So the rest of the year fixture is kind of nice. So part of the reason why I brought Steele in. So yeah, the top 8 mids probably your Petrarca, Sarong Anderson maybe. I'm not too sure. So looking at the next gen coming in, taking over, which is good. I definitely want Zach Merritt pretty soon. I'm aiming for him in 2 weeks. Fingers crossed. But yeah, definitely want Merritt. Callum Mills and Andy Brayshaw, will touch on those guys too. So anyway, the team is 17 trades, 160k in the bank, no boosts. So we did our final boost for Simpson. I just felt like we need someone to make cash because everyone we've brought in to make cash, our cash in was bad to begin with. By the way, Van Ruin's got himself suspended, so that's just another dagger. But I think maybe you guys are in the same boat, maybe not. It depends. You might be fine, but I was relying on new rookies to make money. Brought in Johnson, suspended. Roberts injured. Sturt dropped. Really relying on these guys to cash him in, your next week, but not to be. So, yeah, we'll get to our trades soon, but we'll go through how the team went. So you got Dawson and Dacos. Dawson was outstanding down at Geelong, tough matchup. Plays the Saints this week, who gave up possession again to North, especially the back half. So Dawson with a strong outside game. I think he'll be a captain for me. I don't think they tag him. So I think I'll put the C on him, and then we'll figure out who we VC as we go along. Dacos, a bit of a regression game. I didn't watch the game, but I think apparently he was tagged a bit by Ryan Clark, and he's been a bit sore during the past 2 weeks. So that's fine. Just nothing much to add there. So I think everyone's got him. Sinclair played midfield today. Don't like that. I want him back at half-back. Will Day, 84. Played alright. I think for some reason they play him in the second quarter every week. I don't know why, but I guess that's what they do. Warple CBA's dropped as well, so look, I just want Day to go 95 plus. I think it was the right call, hopefully, to pick him up for 450 because we really needed money. Sheasel was back to his best, 110, so he's fantastic. And then Chincotta, we're just straight fielding for however long now. So, yeah, he looks fine. Job security should be good. I think they've got is it Newman? Injured, I think. So that should improve his job security. Chester hopefully comes back. I just want him to be a warm body for the buys. Hopefully give us some 35s or something, so we actually get something, because I think the buys will be tough this year. Midfield, Bond outstanding again. Yet to captain him. He plays Carlton at Marvel. Oliver versus Hawthorns. I think it'll be Oliver VC into Bont or Dawson at this stage. And yeah, Oliver, I'm sort of just waiting for this massive game. Break-even's dropped to 99 now, plays Hawthorn. I think if you want to get him in, this is probably the week. His record on Hawthorn isn't that massive, so Hawthorn's midfield's actually not too bad, I think. And then Led's just not running out games well at the moment. Second week in a row, he was on, 60-odd, 70-odd at halftime, and then finishes on 100. So, yeah, apparently all sorts of stuff going on with him at the moment. I think Nick said there's always something going on with Rory at the moment. So whatever that is, soreness, fatigue, calf, I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't be touching him until post-buy. So what's his break-even? 149. You're going to get him for 600 if you want. So I still think he's top 8. It's just whether this shenanigans will end soon. So at least he has a bit of a bigger break. Comes back home this week. Tom Green, very good, 135. Probably underscored. And then Steele, we touched on. Bit of full forward time. Bit of, I don't know, just... I thought he worked hard for most of the game. Lots of tackles and stuff. Doesn't look like that shoulder's bothering him at all. Things probably didn't fall his way, but at the same time, doesn't quite look like the Jack Steele of old, but we kind of probably knew that, so fingers crossed. Hopper at 111. What's his break even? 77. So hopefully, what's projected? Hopefully they project him 90s odd. So I think we're trying to aim to sell him on his buy, and hopefully he doesn't throw in a really bad score. Tough matchups here. But yeah, hopefully we can sell him around round 13, round 14. For around 500, which would be great. It's probably a straight swap or like a 50k upgrade for whoever we can grab. Now Ashcroft, 37. Very, very annoying because we penciled him in to make another 30-40k, and he does this. So if he goes 7s, he's not making any money. So I think he's topped out now. He's got 2 games at the Gabba, so I definitely think you can hold. He's probably better than some of the other rooks, but we're all about saving every cent, so he's gone for us this week. Simpson was good. We can loop him on the Friday, which would be good. They played alright, just couldn't get near it. Did a few team things like to support the forward line. But yeah, just didn't touch the ball in the second half. And then this is Wilmot, 50, 57 every week. That's fine, 57 average. Johnson another week till he comes back, and Roberts, we're probably going to get rid of him because he's not coming back till post-bye, and that's if he even makes the team. He might be a good, if he does make the team, he might be decent for your backup cover and DPP, but I think we'll still get rid of him because I want those extra scores during the bye. English Marshall, very good. Marshall apparently is fine, but we'll see how he goes. Rolled his ankle. The forward line just went berserk this week. Dunkley was very good. This is what we wanted to see from Dunkley. Another one where his DT score was massive. Zeeble very good, and Gordon 0 CBAs but 150, so that's a big tick. And Seamus Mitchell, unfortunately we still have to field a few dud rookie scores, but that's fine. And then Van Ruin, Bozo, what is he doing? I'm not going to get mad at the young kid, but just disappointing that it's just another rookie that's disappeared, but he's probably close to topping out. No, he's 59 break even. Okay, so yeah, if he goes 50s, he'll make another. Nah, he can go. So hopefully we don't have to cover Marshall because we don't have cover. If we do, we'll trade him to Gorn and bank 50k or whatever that is. But our trades this week, probably trade Van Rooyen for. So we got 2 rookies, I think. We got Weddle. Actually, I think that's it. We'll go Weddle. That's very slow, the website at the moment. We got Jury as well. I think I'll wait for Jury next week. And I think the other one is... So Harry Sharp and Tom Berry. Sharp looked a little nervous to me. Didn't look super comfortable at the level, but I think he just needs a bit of continuity at AFL level, but I don't think he's going to get that in that team. In the Lions. The other one is Thomas Berry. So how did he go? 57. He looked alright. Did a few things up the ground, mostly forward roll. If he can keep getting games, that would be fantastic. But I do think he's only in for injuries. So he's one where I might grab him next week if there's opportunity there for him and he grabs it. We got West Coast this week, so might have a fingers crossed he can grab that opportunity. But yeah, not overly bullish that he keeps his spot, but we'll see how he goes. They did bring him into the club in trade period, so a lot of players they seem to bring like fringe players and they just cheat us. A few others as well, like Blakely. They just keep recruiting players that they don't even bother playing. But I think Berry's actually has scope for best 22, whereas I think those guys I just mentioned are not ever going to be best 22 most likely. So we got that trade done. So Josh Weddle, watching him play, I think he's one that will get better as he gets more comfortable at the level. I think he took one nice intercept, playing mostly defense, but I think in the fourth quarter he provided a bit of run and carry. And Hawthorn's defense is a bit of a mess at the moment because they're undersized, they're a bunch of flankers, they don't know who their key position future is or if they're going to make it or not. I think they tried, I read on the Hawthorn Big Footy board, they're trying Granger Barras in the forward line. And they also got Blank there. I don't know what they're doing with him, so they need to make changes to their defense. I reckon that will happen. They got CJ to come back in. They play Bramble as a sub. They got all these nice defenders, and they don't really know who's the future or who's not. So yeah, I think Weddle or Seamus. There's so many names back there for them to both keep holding. I think it's going to be pretty tough. So look, I'll bring him in for now. I think he's a high talent. They're rebuilding. They're tanking just about. 54 and 38. 38. He was fine the week before, so I think he's okay. He's one you can pass on, but I think he can do 45 to 50, and that's basically enough. These guys are priced at 20. That's enough to make them 150k over the 7-8 weeks or whatever. So hopefully he can intercept. So hopefully there is a spike game there. So I'll tick off Weddle for now, but I don't even know if he'll keep playing. But given what they where they're at. They got to keep playing him, surely. So now we've got 280k. We can get whoever we want, but we still need to remember we're on the Walmart budget. So we're going to get rid of Ashcroft because I think Wilmot's going to make a bit more money, whereas Ashcroft could go down. I think Wilmot's break-even's in the 30s, although I'd rather field Ashcroft, but regardless, we'll do this. We'll look at the mids. We're going to grab a mid. In terms of forwards and defenders, I think we're just going to wait for DPPs because we need one slot for probably Max Gawn, if not Darcy Cameron. And then the other slot, well, Sam Walsh is tracking, and I think Petrarca is pretty close. So, and then there's Tom Stewart we don't have. So if we somehow have money, we'll grab one of them. If not, we'll go for a cheaper option. So looking at our options here, we're never going to get Sarong. Maybe Andy improving hurts him a little bit, but Sarong looks like he'll do 110 this year. But yeah, great option. I don't know, like Petrarca, what's his break even? 64. He's gone. Like, there's no chance we get him. Unless he comes back down, plays Hawthorn this week. Oh boy, he'll destroy them probably. Anderson, like he's gone. Libba, we're probably never getting. Cripps, I'm not really keen on. Kelly's not really keen on. Chera, CBAs aren't high enough. Parrish is stuff in the stat sheet, so he should be fine, and we know he can do that for a full season. 5 round 108. That might be what he is. The way he plays, he can probably score a bit more, but not for me. Merritt's the one I like. Not many taggers going around, and yeah, only scored the 106, which is surprising. Had 2, was strolling into goal twice, and one he stuffed up a pass, and the other one he missed. So he could have had 3 goals this game. If you look at the fixture coming up, Richmond, West Coast, North, Carlton, Freo. It's a really nice 5-round stretch. They play Port again, who gave up points. So yeah, like you kind of want to get him in round 10 if you can. So I'll try and get him in round 11. So I would like him, but I think our options as we scroll further down, McRae's a no this year. Like, bless what he's done for us, but no. And then LDU, I don't know what's happened here. He might be a good budget option if he turns it around, but I don't know. He looks off. Not sure what's going on. I don't know what to expect, but probably be too late to get him. Danger's injured. Cogs bad at a 79. What's his break even? 118. So he probably hover around mid to low 500s, but he can have a spike game. So this is our M34 and 35 at the moment, although there's DPPs here. Yeah, geez, that's pretty far down the list. Like even side bottom's still not right. So our price range is Brayshaw and Mills. Brayshaw break even is 54, so pretty much have to grab him this week. That's a good price for Brayshaw or Callum Mills, who is... I think it's frozen, I think. We'll complete that trade. I don't know why it's not bringing up the thing for Callum. Let's check his break even, but yeah, we're picking between those two. If you can grab both, I think that's fine. I've got more confidence in... Who do I have more confidence in out of Steele, Mills, and Brayshaw? Mills is 116 break even, so you go Brayshaw first with a 50 break even, but I think, yeah, they play each other, SCG. I think the SCG is... I think small ground's not good for Brayshaw because he loves the uncontested marks, but he works so hard, like non-stop, and he's, yeah, pain-free now. So it'll be an interesting matchup. Mills is a bit cheaper, and I think he has more upside. Freo's run for the rest of the year is pretty rough. I haven't looked at Sydney, so we'll have a quick look. Yeah, Freo next 3. Sydney, Geelong, Melbourne. Though Melbourne gave up points. Richmond's not too bad. GWS, I think they're hard to score on. Yeah, Collingwood, Sydney, Geelong again. Brisbane. I mean, it's probably on the harder side, but Still a long way to go. Like, you got West Coast and Hawthorn to go. Richmond should be a nice matchup. But yeah, double up on Geelong's not great. I don't like this small ground for Brayshaw. I'll look at Sydney's fixture. I probably need to have this is not letting me look up Callum Mills for some reason. I don't know. Just bear with me for a second. Don't know what's happening. Now I have a message for Callum Mills. So if anyone knows Callum Mills or knows Sydney at the club, I want you to tell him a few things that I'm about to say. So Callum Mills last year, off a limited preseason, had 20 plus Brownlow votes as a midfielder. If you're getting 20 plus Brownlow votes, you are one of the best players in the whole competition. Jordan Dawson knocked on Matthew Nick's door in round 3. The Crows are 0-2 and said, I cannot be wasted in defense any longer. I can be one of the best players in the comp. I need to play midfield. And Matthew Nick said, you know what, you're the captain. We'll see how we go. We'll put you in the midfield this week. And look at this. He's a I would say top 3, if not top 5 midfielder in the competition. Awesome player. Callum Mills is the captain of the club, I think. They got split captains or whatever it is. A 20 plus vote Brownlow medal winner who played the grand final in defence. And this week he played more midfield, but early in the year he was midfield, then he went down back a little bit, rotated a bit on a wing. No more bullshit, Callum. You are one of the best players in the comp. On Monday morning, you're going to go into the club. You're going to walk in, everyone, the hard workers will be there. There'll be Heaney and Parker. You walk past them, they go, hey Millsy, how are you? Yeah, how you going? But just keep walking straight, and you're going to walk straight into John Longmire's office. You're going to knock on the door. He's going to say one moment, and you're going to knock again because you're serious and you're not waiting another second. So Horse knows it's serious. You open the door, you see Horse. Horse is sitting there with his magnets. He's like, oh, who can I throw behind the ball this week? Sort of thing. Monday morning, early morning thoughts. He's got his coffee and whatever, playing with his whiteboard. And Callum, you need to look him straight in the eye and say, I'm 26 years old. I'm the same draft as Clayton Oliver, and look at him. I can be the best midfielder in the competition. I need to play high minutes in there. 20 Brownlow votes last year. I can help the team enormously and make a massive difference. We're outside the 8 right now. We made the grand final last year. We need to change things up. I am the captain. I can lead this club. I'm through the midfield. Horse, you got to put me in the midfield. And Horse, if he says one thing that tries to deny it. If he goes, oh, look, Callum, sometimes we get injuries, the most important thing is you play your role for the team, and sometimes other positions might need filling. Okay, you tell him, if I don't play midfield this week, I'm going to grab that whiteboard and crack it over your head. Understand? You are 26, you're one of the best midfielders in the comp. You cannot be playing spare in defense. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way. John Longmire, do not take shit from him. You're the best midfielder in the comp. I don't care if the runner comes and says, you got to play spare defense, tell him fuck off. Tell Longmire to fuck off. Because you're playing midfield from now on. And also for my fantasy team, I need you in the midfield. So Callum, you can get it, bro. You can get plenty Brownlow votes. You can get all Australian, and you will make your team better because you're the best midfielder in the comp. You can't look at Dawson. He's the best player in the comp just about, and he was playing loose in defense last year. It's ridiculous. Halfback flank, no more. And when you get back into the team, you tell Aaron Francis, train his redheaded ass in fucking defense. No forward line. When you guys get an injury, you recruited him to fill in as depth for key position, fill in down back. That's what you guys recruited him for. No forward. Don't let them send you forward. Don't let them send you in defense. End of story. So that's my rant. Go well, Callum. We need you, bro. So yeah, I'll go Callum over Brayshaw, but I do love both those options. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.